to you, Alex. Thanks for joining us. Do you actually think that this fight's going to go ahead?
Well, man, he's trying. As you were saying, Dana is definitely trying. He's even now supposedly Khabib is stuck in Russia. He's in lockdown or something, and he still reckons, "Nah, I'm going to make it happen." So, mate, he's putting the work in, and I don't know. We'll see. He's determined, and he reckons it's still going to happen. So
it's kind of smart if you think about it, Alex. There'd be nothing else on. Imagine the viewers. Imagine pay-per-view would love it. If everyone can look forward to a UFC fight on the 18th of April, imagine the whole world's going to tune in.
If there's any sport, but Alex, that can go ahead, you'd think UFC is one of them, right? Just a ring.
Yeah, well, exactly right. You are right. I think Chael Sonnen is actually doing an underground submission thing where he's got like the guys are going to compete. The ref's going to be a little bit away. Then there's going to be people in a car outside. They've organised this whole setup where they're going to go by all the rules. So it's going to be, I reckon that's what the UFC will do. They'll literally do what they can. Like next door, they're going to have people, the commentators, you know what I mean? Like everyone in separate rooms. And I reckon they can get it done. And like Dana said, he's doing what he can. And I think it might happen. And as you were saying, if it does, the world will be watching. That's a big fight. And it's finally going to happen. If it does, man, I'm real keen for that. Hopefully it does happen.
Yeah, so the 18th of April local time in Brooklyn in America, but it'll be the 19th of April here in Australia on Main Event if it goes ahead. So who wins that one if it does actually happen, Alex?
Man, it's a tough one. It's an exciting one too. I really do believe that it's a really exciting fight. Khabib is very hard to bet against. He's he's obviously very, very, very tight, very strong. His game's very tight. He's very how can I say? His control is next level. And but the thing is with Tony Ferguson, he's so dangerous, and he's the type of person that will always take risks. So it doesn't matter where he is in the fight, where he's on his back, or even on the feet. Like, a lot of people would be scared to get anywhere near Khabib because once he grabs a hold of you, that's it. But Tony Ferguson, he's going to come in. Like, he'll be swinging, he'll be throwing leather, 100% looking for that knockout. Even though Khabib might grab a hold of him, then he's going to be throwing up submissions from everywhere. It's going to be exciting, I think. It if I had to bet, it would have to be Khabib.
Alex, Khabib, isn't he? Is he? There's rumours he's stuck in Russia and may not be able to get out. So if that's the case, the fight won't go ahead. Is that true?
Well, I'm just going off what you heard as well. That's all I've heard. I've heard from like social media and Twitter and that's what's happening at the moment. But I've heard Dana say that he still thinks the fight's going to happen. So, mate, if he gets that done, well done. But again, as long as they they follow all the rules and everything is okay. Obviously, if they're doing dodgies around the rules that the government's given, then obviously that's not good. But if they can abide by all the rules and make it safe for the fighters, mate, I'm going to be tuning in, that's for sure.
Yeah, like the rest of us, mate. Hey, Alex, how are you going? When's your next fight scheduled, and what are you doing for training? How's that going?
Yeah, as most of you probably know, I broke my hand in the last fight with Max, and so I was out for a while. So I was looking forward to getting back into wrestling, grappling, and now this has sort of happened. So I sort of missed out on that. But I'm still doing a lot of conditioning, strength work, and doing whatever I can, at home, stair sprints. But, obviously the wrestling and the grappling's not happening. So, but I mean, it's tricky because I wanted to fight on that Aussie card that we got the Perth card June 7th here in Australia. That was locked in, and, they wanted me to headline that. But right now, no one knows what's going to happen, you know what I mean? So it's tricky, if we're not allowed to have an arena full of people, which it doesn't look very likely. I don't think the UFC is going to bring the event here to Perth. I don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, well, that's what.
And I haven't heard nothing, so they're definitely not chasing it at the moment.
That's what we're going to ask as well, Alex. How would you find fighting in front of no crowd? I mean, if Khabib goes ahead, there's going to be no crowd. I mean, how would you find that fighting in an empty stadium, but in a little ring?
Mate, to be honest with you, that's sort of what it's like for me. While I'm fighting, I don't hear the crowd. I've got this tunnel focus that I think I'll be fine because at the end of the day, I'm a calculated fighter. I like to stay as level-headed as I can because I've got a game plan to stick to, you know what I mean? And I want to see what's in front of me. I don't want the hype getting in my head, you know what I mean? So I actually probably would fight better, I believe. So I think I'll be all right. So, again, I'm a calculated fighter and I like to stay composed the whole way through it. And I don't like to take stupid risks. So I believe that no one in the crowd, I would be okay. But obviously, I'd rather put on a show for the crowd. So that's a sort of you know, again, we're entertainers as well. So, you know, we want to entertain, but, you know, we just got to see what happens, man. It's just such a tricky situation. Obviously, no one's really dealt with this before. Yeah. So everyone's just taking every day by day. You know, things are changing every day.
Alex, you used to play footy yourself. Are you a tragic supporter? Who do you go for?
I'll go for the Dragons.
Nice.
Dragons. I'll go for the locals.
Oh, he's tragic.
Yeah, the locals.
Low blow from Jess.
Yeah.
Low blow.
Tough start of the year. Yeah.
Tough
yeah, the locals. Dragons, mate. I'm from the Illawarra, so
nice.
Shout out to the Gong. So yeah,
you were quite a promising rugby league player, weren't you? You played for the Warilla Gorillas on the South Coast. Why did you decide not to pursue that as a career and to head into fighting as you have?
Well, it's just when you say promising, I don't think promising to the highest level, which I'm a pretty competitive guy. So the fact that I didn't think I could have made it to the top, like to NRL, and you know, I made a lot of rep sides and things like that, but I just thought it wasn't going to happen. I had a couple of fights my last year of football. We won the grand final. Yeah. I scored a try. Oh, you know what I mean? It's just that. It was a good year to end it. And I had a couple of fights that year, and things went really well. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this on. I reckon I can do it. So I was telling people, like even before I started MMA, I was telling people, I reckon I could do this. I reckon I could go all the way. And I know a lot of people say that, but I really did believe it. And I started training, and I guess I just had a knack for it. You know, I believe I was born for this, to be quite honest. And it's just, you know what I mean? And before you knew it, I was hitting the ranks in the local scene, and then now bloody world champion. So it's just crazy. It's crazy how things are. It seems like yesterday I was playing football. It really does.
Good on you, Alex.
Congratulations on the success that you've had. All the best with your hand as it recovers. We hope to see you back in the ring soon, and let's see whether or not that UFC fight happens over in America. Thanks, Alex, for joining us.
No worries. Thank you.